In this video, we are specifically going to see that how can we work with multiple tables in Tableau. So what happens in Tableau is that we got to import the table or the data sources and then work with it. So far we have seen in the previous videos that how can we work with a single table, but in this video we are going to focus on multiple table. How are we gonna import the multiple tables, how are we gonna attach them with one another, and then finally how are we gonna work with it. Okay, so the two tables I'm going to take is the orders table and the returns table. These both are part of the sample superstore database, which is provided as a sample in Tableau itself. So no matter what Tableau you are using, either it is Tableau desktop or Tableau public, you will be getting the sample dataset for yourself. All you need to do is go to the documents in the Tableau repository and you would be able to work with it. Okay, so once you have got it, you can just get the orders table over here, or whatever table you just drag over here, you would be able to see its glimpse like this is my orders table. Next I have is the returns table. So returns table, if I just go into this would show me a glimpse of the database. So there are a total of 800 rows in this returns table. That means out of the 10,000 orders that were placed in this orders table, if you go into this orders table, it will show the number of rows as 9,994, which is approximately 10,000. So a total of 10,000 orders were placed, out of which 800 orders were returned. Okay, so we want to just connect these two because we are getting a common ID or common field in it, which is the order ID, like the order ID which was returned. So we have the value yes in the returned. That means the order IDs that were returned, total of 800 orders were returned. Okay, so we are going to connect these two tables. I have already got orders over here. Now let's just work with the return table. So if you want to work with multiple tables, you got to drag all the tables into this section, and then Tableau will automatically relate them. Like you can see, there is a red line over there. If you just go over there, there is this relationship that is being shown to you that automatically takes any of the values or any of the common fields that are available between the two and connects them together. Okay, in case it does not do it automatically, then you can do that manually as well. This is the orders table. In this you have to select the ID or the column which you want to connect with, then this equal sign with the second table's corresponding column. So it will automatically perform the operation, right? Then once it's done, you can close it. Now what we have is we have this. If you just see that right now returns is selected, so the returns values are being shown, and if you just select this orders table, so orders values or the orders data would be shown to you. Okay, now we can go to our sheet to start working on this particular data set. Now you see we have organization on the basis of the tables present over here. Like we have got this returns over here, so this is the values of the returns table, that is order ID and the returned value. Okay, and this all is the orders value or from the orders table. So suppose we want to find out that how many things were returned or how many orders were returned. We have generated this column, that's returns count. You can just get it into the text, and that is 800 orders were returned. Okay, suppose we want to combine the data of these two operations. Like if I get the subcategory into the columns and the sales into the rows, so what I would be getting is a chart that how many what was the order of each subcategory, right? Suppose I want to find out that what order of each subcategory was returned. So how can I do that? I can get this order ID and get it into here. So here we would be getting these different subcategories like phones, etc. So instead of the order ID, what I can do is I can get a measure that is the count of the order ID. So it would give me the count of the order ID in each subcategory which were returned. So in the case of fasteners, 94 were returned. In the case of furnishings, 242 were returned. Let us just change it into the form of a table so that we get a better view at it. Let's just go into the entire view option over here. Now what we can see is that what is the amount that was what is the number of the orders of each subcategory that was returned, right? Now if I just try to remove the sales from the measure values, so we are just getting the count of the order ID in each subcategory that was returned, and a total of how many orders were returned like this. Okay, like in accessories 185, in appliances 177, etc. However, in the case of category, suppose let's just create a hierarchy. Let's just get category and the subcategory as well. So we would be getting in each category how many orders were returned. Okay, let's just get category as well as subcategory. So now this is a visualization of a map, a symbol map, which makes use of the state data. Now here I have used the returned parameter. That means whichever the states are marked right now with a blue color, these are the ones from which the orders have been returned. There are a few states from where no orders have been returned, like wherever these pins are not available. In the rest of the states, at least one order has been returned. So what do I done? I have used this return value and the state value. Similarly, you can use the different values for generating different kinds of visualizations, right? Like suppose you want to find out the segment wise data of the orders that were returned. So we can just get the return value over here, or let's get the segment wise sales. So this is the segment wise sales. If I just get returned into the filters, so only the yes values must be there. Click on OK, and this tells us the total sales after the returns have been removed from them. If I just remove it, so you see the values have changed a little bit. Okay, to get a better view at it, let's just click on entire view. Make sure the labels are all on. So let's just use this option over here to get the labels. This is the amount without the returned values. However, if I apply the return into the filters, that only those were returned. So this is the amount of the total sales, segment wise sales that was returned. If you want to just like this find out the subcategory wise sales that was returned, the amount, you can just get it over here, and this would give you the whole amount out of it. If you just want a total value, you can just change it into a table, and that would give you a total amount as well. So what you can do is just take a look at the sum of sales, which is $180,000 and $180,504. That is the total amount that was returned, total amount of the orders that was returned. So this is how you can use multiple tables in Tableau to get the data out of it, right? Now suppose you want to get a value of the totals in this particular table, then what you can do is go to this analysis part. Here we have this totals option, and you can just go to the column grand totals. Okay, so this is the grand total, that is the value, the total value of the objects that were returned. If you don't want this sales amount, you suppose want the count of the order ID, that is how many were returned. Okay, let's just remove this sales, or let's just do both. Okay, get this into the text part. So this is getting messy. Right click over here, go to measure and go to count. So this is giving me the sales value as well as how many were returned. Okay, or what we can do is get them into the columns just like this and convert it into a table, so as to get a different columns over here, right? That is the total of 100. Okay, so again the totals column is not being shown. Let's just go to columns grand total. Total of 800 items were returned, and this was the sales amount. That is a clear-cut distinction between the two. You can just go with the entire view for a better view at both of these things. Okay, now just like this, you can use multiple fields from the orders table to get the data of the return table to be depicted in a more good fashion. So that's all for this video, and thanks for watching the video in which we learned how can we combine the two different tables in Tableau, and how can we use the common characteristics of the tables to depict the data of from one table to another. So that's all for this video, and thanks for watching.